Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be working with Josie, who you guys have seen in some of our other videos. And she's been coming along really nice. One of the reasons that I was able to purchase her was because she was having issues with trailer loading. More in particular, staying in the trailer and being okay being in the trailer. She would throw a fit in the trailer, toss her head, paw, and then come screaming back out. And you can see we actually had surgery on her last week, and they removed some scarring that was on her nose, and she's done it in multiple places. So this mare in particular doesn't like her nose being controlled. You can touch her all over, you know, she's not bothered by touching her. She doesn't like her nose being controlled. So as soon as you start moving her around, her first go-to is to elevate her head. That is a pretty common thing that horses do, but it's especially true for her. So one of the things that we're going to be peppering into all of the training is finding relief with her head down and bringing her nose in. Now she's actually settling down now. I just warmed her up a little bit before we started rolling. And as soon as I haltered her today in the pasture, I brought her in, everything was great. As soon as I got into the arena and she saw the horse trailer, she immediately started getting anxious. Her anxiety started coming up. She couldn't stand still. She was dancing around. And that wasn't a good setup to just go straight to trail loading. So I went ahead and I warmed her up, played with her, did some side passing, did some 3-circle game. Check out the other videos on those techniques to help a horse get more calm in their warm-up. But I did some of those. Now we got her mind a little bit more connected with me. But as soon as we go over to the trailer, she's going to get anxious. Now, this mare will go into the trailer. That's not so much the issue as it is teaching her the relief is in the trailer. Now, there's a phrase that I want to make you aware of. Pressure causes the relief to be effective. This is a statement that I learned from Martin Black. He and some high-level veterinarians did a book called Evidence-Based Horsemanship. You guys should check that out. And what that book indicates is that horses get stressed very easily, their heart rate comes up, but when they settle and they decompress and they're getting relief, they change nervous systems, their head lowers, they lick and chew, their muscles relax, and dopamine is being released in their body, and that makes them feel really good. When they're anxious and nervous and stressed, there's stress hormones being released like cortisol in their body, and that makes them feel really, really yucky. So we're going to use that to our advantage. Basically, right now, if I were to just bring her to the trailer and put her in, she would feel that as pressure and she would starting to become stressed. Now, she's been hauled many times, but she never chose to be in the trailer and to find relief in the trailer. So I have to create that contrast with her. So we're going to let her come outside the trailer. I'm going to make it uncomfortable out here and then release her back in the trailer. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do differently that you may not have seen before is I'm going to focus on controlling her with the halter. That's the part that she has the most trouble with. I can drive her with the stick, no problem. But the thing is, she will have a little too much room there and she's going to push through her own thresholds. What I mean by that is she's probably not comfortable with 1 foot in the trailer. So if I put all 4 feet in the trailer, she's going to be really uncomfortable. So I want to just bring her in 1 step at a time. 1 step in, 2 steps out, 1 step in, 2 steps out, and just really create this contrast. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Let's see how it goes. So let me just show you what her initial reaction is. If I were to just do what most people do and lead her in, let's just get a baseline of where she's at. So you can see if I try to just lead her in the trailer right there, she's already refusing. If I persist right here, let's see if she tries to come in. Again, I'm trying to do what most people would do in this situation. Maybe by now they'd have a butt rope and there'd be about 5 other people behind her, clucking and spanking, trying to get her in. Okay, but if we just wait here. So I want you to see, she's kind of willing to try to go in, isn't she? Okay, so you guys get the idea. She doesn't want to get in the trailer. So what I'm going to do differently now is I'm going to yield her hindquarters outside the trailer. And you can see her avoiding the trailer and pushing through me. So I'm not touching her very hard, but I'm bringing my life up. I'm doing it kind of quickly, making it very uncomfortable out here. Now I'm going to stop and release. and I'm going to face the trailer. And I'm just going to go up to a point that she feels comfortable with. So we kind of establish a starting point here. Now I'm going to see if she wants to let down there. That was good. So the head went down. Okay, she's thinking about exiting the situation here. So I'm going to let her explore that idea. You can see her kind of stepping to the side. You want to leave? Okay, let's leave. And now we're going to make over here uncomfortable. Now, there's no rules about trail loading, so I might adjust what I'm doing here. But the number one thing that I'm going to focus on is I'm going to make it a bit uncomfortable out here, relief in here. Oh, we just got a lick and chew, didn't we? And we got a lick and chew as we headed towards the trailer. So see here, there she took 2 steps closer to the trailer without me pulling on the halter. That's what I'm after. And I don't really want her to get all the way onto it. I'm just going to back up a little bit. We'll see what she does here. I'm going to put a feel very slowly. One of the things I always tell people is speed kills. And if you put pressure on a horse too quickly, now there she wanted to back off. So I'm going to say, okay, let me help you back off the trailer. Let's get some space between us and the trailer and then find out actually it's hot lava right here. Hot lava, pressure, pressure, pressure. And then let's go back to that trailer and release. Now, one of the things that's really important here is I want her to feel like if she needs to retreat and back away, she needs to be able to explore that. And again, now I'm going to show her actually leaving is uncomfortable. Leaving the trailer is uncomfortable. And you guys are going to see a change here in just a second where she chooses pressure, pressure, pressure. Let's go back to the trailer. You're going to see a moment where she chooses, oh, actually, it is more relief here. Now, again, I'm leading her in because I want her to learn that she just needs to go a step or two. Oh, so she backed out again, but it was a little slower that time. Did anybody catch that? Just a little bit slower. Now I'm going to say, hey, you wanted to back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Let's come back in. Again, if she feels like she needs to back up, I'm going to sign her up to that idea. Let me help you back up. But we're going to make backing up uncomfortable. The relief is standing there at the trailer. Again, I don't have to do that for very long, but I just got to put a little bit of intensity there. You can see a big letdown on her part. Now there, I didn't feel like I really got a try, so I'm going to just ask her for a try here. There, I don't want to release her on a brace, and now that I got a little try, now we're in that moment where if she wants to just back up, I'll let her. There, so she backed up, but she didn't get too far away from the trailer that time. So that was interesting. It's a tough thing for her. And unfortunately, she didn't have the best setup. It's not her fault. Good. So she chose to come all the way in. I'm going to stay in front with her. I'm not going to let her turn around, but I will let her back out when she's ready. So I'm not tying her. I'm controlling her head. I don't want her to think about turning around. And if she were to turn around, I would rather be tucked up here in the corner. Okay, but I can kind of get her started here about backing out. Because I felt her starting to get a little worried. And I want her to know that she can back out. Because she probably went in there a little too far forward before she was really ready to. So next time I don't think I'm going to let her go quite as far in. Because I felt her getting a little anxious in there. So then I went ahead and I asked her to come out of that trailer. Now, because she got a little anxious, I'm going to go ahead and spend just a little more time here, helping her wind down a little bit before we head back here. Hey guys, so you probably noticed this video is going to have some edits in it. If you want to see the full unedited version of Josie learning to get relief in the trailer, make sure you check out our Patreon page where there's the full videos and behind the scenes footage of everything we're doing. And then we'll take a little reset. So now it's like, now I'm at the point where I can kind of practice a little bit. Again, if I had to haul her somewhere, I could put her in the trailer right now and that's not the issue, but she would still be nervous in there. So what I'm looking for and what I'm really big on is a mental connection. Is she connecting that the trailer is relief and that she can be comfortable inside there? Again, I wish I didn't have to put this much pressure on her out here, but unfortunately, because she associates that with so much pressure, food, like some of you guys might be watching this thinking to yourselves, oh, if you were to just put some carrots in there, she'd love to go in there. Not true. Carrots are not food of any kind, is not high enough on her priority list. She has to find relief in the trailer. So by me putting pressure on out there, making it uncomfortable and letting her get relief here, it is actually the most natural way to build this in. Again, you probably won't believe me when I say that, but after you train about 1,000 horses, come talk to me. I'm gonna reinforce this one more time here. Now, I own this horse. I bought this horse, so we don't have to go anywhere today. I don't have a vet appointment. I don't have she's not leaving. I don't have to get her. It doesn't matter, right? That is the best scenario to be in when you're trailer loading. So everything I'm doing with this is what we call a get-to situation. I can choose to quit when I want on a good note. I can work on this again tomorrow. And for a horse like her that's unfortunately learned some bad habits in the trailer, which are not her fault. She just didn't get the right setup when she was younger and should have been learning how to do this a lot slower and a lot more correct. Very good. Very good. So she's letting me control a little more. In there, what you couldn't see is when she went in that far, I stopped her and said, nope, that's a little too far. And so what I'm getting at is I feel like there's a pretty significant progress already. I don't have to get her all the way in perfectly today. I can chip away at this again some more tomorrow. Very good. So again, she's not in the trailer because I still think she still associates the trailer with a little bit of stress. But we are a long ways away from where we were when we started however many minutes ago, when she saw the trailer and got anxiety just walking through the gate into the arena with the trailer about 200 feet away from it. Heads down, she's relaxed, checking this out. So I think that's a good place to quit for today. We can chip away at this a little bit more tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to check us out.